Gemini Ascendant, Gemini Rising. This is G with All Astrology, and this is your new moon reading for June. I am going to give you 5 things that you're going to want to know about for this reading, for this month. I know I gave you a video at the beginning of the month. If you're new here, comment your digits below because your birthday is not your rising sign. Your rising sign has everything to do with your birth date, time, your birth city, your birth location, basically. That is what your rising sign is. Let me know if you don't know for certain. Don't guess, all right? Otherwise, this won't be accurate for you. It's not a bad thing to watch this video if this is based on your birthday. So for your birthday, you're like, oh, this is a Gemini reading. I was born in June. I'm a Gemini. Don't do that. You want to watch the reading that's going to really, really apply to you because this has to do with the timing. It has to do with the cycles. Cycles have dates attached to them. And so this is how it will be accurate for you in your life, all right? Comment your digits below. Birth time, birth date, birth city, birth state. Make sure you are in the game, all right? The game is participating in the video, watching it all the way through to the end. Make sure that you're commenting so that I know you're legitimately watching. This is how you can be part of the game. And the reward is an all astrology reading. It's a bundle reading is what I'm calling it, but it has a value of $500. And this means that to participate, to be involved, you have to subscribe, you have to comment, you have to share, you have to tap the bell. What's the last thing? Subscribe, comment, share, tap the bell. But there's 5 things you got to do. You have to make sure that you're putting down comments so that I know you've watched all the way through. They have to be significant. You know, this is all part of the program. It's a way to be involved, a way to have a good time, a way to get rewarded, right? If you help me out, I help you back. This is on the eclipse. This is a new moon. The new moon solar eclipse. It is a new moon north node solar eclipse. Now I'm going to break that down. That's the rest of the 3 things. And this is what you're going to want to know, Gemini, okay? First of all, the eclipse is on the 21st. The time of the eclipse is at 1:41 a.m. I have 3 other videos out about that. One of the last ones, the 3rd one, talks about how this eclipse affects the chart of the United States. It also gives a little bit of history of the previous worldly events that we're all living in. At the same time, you want to know where the heck this is going to affect you if you are a Gemini Ascendant, Gemini Rising. So for Gemini, we're looking for the 0 degrees of Cancer in your chart. 0 degrees of Cancer, if you're Gemini Ascendant, Gemini Rising, your Cancer energy is in your 2nd house. Your 2nd house is your money. Your 2nd house is your income. It's your resources. It's your values. It is also literally your love. How you love, who you love, what you love. Self-love is important here. That is 2nd house energy. It's all about, do I love me? Because the degree in which you love yourself has everything to do with the degree in which you can love somebody else. If you can't love you, you're never going to be able to love somebody else. That is how it works. Cancer energy there will be a value on motherly type things, about feminine energy, about nurturing, about relating in ways which strong empathy. Okay. Now remember, these are general readings. These are general rising sign readings. So there are many other things in a person's chart that talk to the degrees of who they are as a human being individually. That would be your specific birth frequency grid, which I would love to look at, but you have to comment your stuff below. If you're having an eclipse in your 2nd house, this means a change in your income, a change in your values. This does not have to be a negative thing, especially since this is a north node solar eclipse. Solar eclipses typically mean we're getting something tangible. It normally means something's coming in, definitely in the 2nd house, by the way. Like 2nd house is the house of things coming in. The 8th house is the house where things go out, right? The 2nd house is my income. It's incoming. 8th house is outgoing. You get it? So in astrology, we teach holistic energy. That's what astrology is. It's a series of frequencies that run along a beam of energy, an axis. So the 0 degrees Cancer energy literally is on the world axis. You would want to see if you have any planets or points in your own chart. If you don't know and if you want to know, comment your digits below. I can find out for you, because if you have something on the world axis point, it's a big deal. It means you'll be making money on a global level, on the world stage, in some way, shape, or form. Now, typically, that would probably involve social media, because Venus is going to have a birthday, which brings up the next point, right? Venus is having a birthday in Gemini at 5 degrees. Now, this is in your sign, right? Typically, this will be in your first house, but not all Gemini ascendants have all their degrees of Gemini in their first house. I use a tropical Placidus chart. So what that means is Venus at 5 degrees, this could be in your 12th house. If you don't know, comment your digits below. 12th house is 100% hidden. You're not going to see it. It's subconscious. It's past life, or when you were a little child. It's your subconscious realm. It's things you're not even aware of, okay? It is a hidden part of yourself, and not stuff where it's not 8th house hidden. 8th house hidden is I'm aware of it. I don't want no one to know about it. It's very private. I keep it hidden. 12th house is it's hidden from your own consciousness. It's subconscious. 12th house Venus is hidden love, right? First house, right, that could be like a secret admirer or something, or someone that you used to have a relationship with in another lifetime, or from a very, very, very long time ago in your life, and therefore they could be coming back around, or you may have this reignition of that flame, so to speak. First house would be an awareness of love for self, okay? Something about yourself. But typically it's going to be something about your physical, tangible self, because it has a lot to do with how the world sees you. The first house is all about your appearances. It's all about what people think they know about you. It's not so much a very deep thing. It's really the cover of the book, right? You get a book, you look at the cover. How many times you gone into the video store, or used to, and you see this cover and it looks so awesome, you know, and you get home, you pop it in, you're like, well, the cover looked wonderful, right? The movie sucked, right? It's that, right? Who you appear to be isn't always who you are. So having Venus reborn there will be a rebirth. This ties in with your values for your new moon intention. Your new moon happening on the 21st, having an eclipse there. Typically, we've been going through a series of revelations, right? The beginning of June 5th, big revelations, big releasing of individuals, of experiences, of people, of beliefs, right? Beliefs about people, beliefs just in general, depending upon, you know, your Sagittarius energy was your 7th house, typically. So if that was in your 7th house, that was relationships, you know, significant one-on-one relationships. So for a lot of folks, beliefs about who they thought their significant one-on-one relationship partners should be, what they should look like. So we're all changing our belief about something, okay? It's not just you. Wherever people have Sagittarian energy, right, is where we have this June 5th stuff happening. But the June 21st stuff is based on the mother energy. It's based on the divine feminine energy. It's based on a recalibration of masculine and feminine energies. Now, I'm bringing this up because if you live in the U.S. anyway, this is a really big deal. I've got other videos out about that. You're going to want to check them out to understand more about that. I don't have time to go into that here. But Gemini in general there's a duality of Gemini energy. There's this, I can be really logical and rational, completely detached, and that's my masculine side, or it seems like my masculine side. And then there's this other side, right, where it's emotions and feelings, it's creative, it's more about, I believe this because I feel it, right, where the other side is like, no, I believe it because I see it, right? And so there's this combination. Well, there's been a major imbalance for a very long time, right? We live in this patriarchal society. And so there's this rebirthing coming through, not just in Venus, because Venus is all about my values and what I love, but in general, 13 degrees of Cancer energy is huge. And this is in your 2nd house, okay? So Cancer energy, my values, my love, there's this recalibration of bringing in empathy, of bringing in this more nurturing, more divine feminine energy into your value systems. Family is a big deal. People who feel like family, or birth family, whatever that may be for you, however you define family in your life, because it's very individualistic for everybody. But Cancer energy, there may be individuals in your life also, because Cancer does represent the moon, which is our past. So there could be people from the past that, again, I'm bringing up the past, it's coming through the past, where the past is coming in again, and almost as though a reemphasis on someone from the past that may all of a sudden, you know, it's like one of those relationships where things just didn't work out in some way, somehow, right? We all change, we grow, and that's a big deal. And we have a new value system. We have a new understanding of what it is we really need going forward to be happy, what we need going forward to establish emotional security in our life. And that is the sign of Cancer. And that is this 0 degrees Cancer energy. Now remember, it's on the world axis point, AXIS. And if you want to know more about that, do yourself a favor and go watch those other videos, because I go deep about all these other things that I'm touching on. But in this video, I thought it's imperative for you to know this is in your house of money, your house of income, your house of values and resources, the divine feminine energy coming through. And it's important to let it through, because it needs to recalibrate. We need to return to this matriarchal society. All right, matriarch is fairness, is an equal amount of this divine masculine, divine feminine. And the sign of Gemini expresses that energy the best. It doesn't always do it at the best, right? A lot of times it does this very detached, matter of fact, very rash way of expressing, and it feels almost like, whoa, that was really rude, right? But here's the recalibration time. Here's the time where it's like, hey, you see the value in that. You see how the lack of that was a problem. Videos, and make sure you're commenting so that you stay in the game with all astrology. All right, Gemini, stay sane. Peace.